Oh yeah, I saw you mention that in the group as well.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. On your system or whatever you're using, you can hear me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Okay. So, what time
did you click the link on your Samsung?
The four of us, so that we know. It's just basically a Zoom for us to structure.
All right. So I'm gonna
training.
Sorry.
Like I said, you are the one who's more aware of the ranks in which people are. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry. Yeah, that one we go now.
Actually, at 3 o'clock, I've got the presentation. We've got the presentation, and then 8 o'clock. So after 3 o'clock, getting normally like an hour. So from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
Right, can you hear me? Can you see my screen? And can you see my screen as well?
About 6:30, is that okay? Definitely back in the night.
Right. Check now again. It should be that particular on that link, on that YouTube link that I sent to you. You should be able to see my screen. It might take a little bit of you can see the Google one, so it's coming through.
Is that Google one? I've just seen the Google. I can hear you now, yes. I can see your screen, yes.
What can you see?
Now I can see. Baby tips.
All right, so I'm gonna cut this off. Then, can you hear me though? Can you hear me on your system?
I can hear you on my system, yes.
You can hear me as well, yeah? So I'm gonna cut this off, and let me just leave it on. So this is a website that you need, the babypips.com, yeah?
Okay.
All right, so what you want to do is you want to go to where it says tools. Can you see tools on your screen?
Tools.
The mouse, I've put the mouse over there, so you should be able to see it.
Okay, my screen is very small, but I can log on to my icon because I'm using my but I can go to the. Yeah, I can see your screen, but I can see halfway.
You can see halfway. So how do you see it? And what other device have you got that you can use to see it? Have you got a tablet or you've got?
I've got my phone.
Just your phone alone?
But I want to log on to the website itself on my iPad. That's why I can see the whole screen.
Right. So do you want to do that then? Do that and let me know when you. All you have to do is just click the link on your iPad as well. Is there a way you can send it to your?
I can hear you. Oh yeah, I've logged on to Baby, but on my iPad.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Right, so what you want to do is you want to go to tools.
Okay, yeah.
Can you see tools?
Yes, I can.
So you click on tools.
Okay.
And then you scroll down.
Yeah, okay.
To where it says position size calculator.
Oh, okay, yes.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
All right, so you need that position size calculator for all your trade. Every one of your trade, you need a position size calculator for it. So what do you do with this? you go to where it says, you scroll down, then you go to where it says account currency.
Okay, account currency. Yes, I've seen that.
Then you click Great Britain pound, GBP.
Yes.
Right? Then you're going to go to where it says account balance.
Account balance. Yeah, okay.
So currently,
Hello?
Yeah, sorry, it's just my little boy talking. Currently, on your account balance, whatever you have there, say for example, you have £45.
Yeah, 45.
All right. I don't know how much. What platform are you using to trade? IC Market. Okay. So risk percentage. Yeah. The risk percentage that you're going to start to use first of all, yeah, is going to be 2%.
What's the ideal percentage?
Well, as a starter, you start by 2%, yeah. Okay. Then when you start getting positive trade on that 2%, say for example, the way that you're going to be getting positive trade will be this. Say for example, you start with 2%. And then you are using just TP1, yeah? Okay. If your TP1 is giving you more result than TP2 or TP3 or TP4, then you will stick to TP1 first of all. Okay. But what will then happen is, while you are trying to see whether you can make more money and you are going to TP4, if you go to TP4, say for example, yeah? And then that TP4 didn't work out positively for you. Instead of you to lose quite a lot of money using TP4, you realize that if you set your risk percentage to 2%, yeah, and then you know probably the stop loss is, I don't know whether the stop loss on those trades are maybe, let's say about 20 pips, say for example. Then you just put the stop loss there, okay?
I can hear like an echo.
You can hear it. Yeah, it's because I'm talking to you on the phone and then you are listening to me on the site as well. That's why you are hearing echo. Sorry about that. It's either I don't use the phone and you can just listen to me on the YouTube alone.
Oh, okay. Or maybe I can just phone you back because I'm on the website itself now.
You're on the website itself.
Sorry?
I said you are on the website itself.
I'm on the website itself, so maybe I can just phone you back
if you want.
Hello?
Yeah, you can do that. If you want to call me back, you can call me back. But if you can hear me,
I think I'll do that because I can't hear. I'll just call back.
Okay, no problems.
Yeah, okay.
No problems.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll phone soon.
Yeah. Wow. Hello? 1 second. 1 second, please. Hello?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Right.
Yeah, much better.
Okay, so...
Yeah, so I am on... Yeah, we're talking about the risk percentage, which was like the 2%.
Okay.
And this also that I mean, if TP1 works for me, then I can stick to it.
All right.
And yeah, I mean, we're just about to give me advice on TP4.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is the risk percent is gonna be 2% to start with. Yeah, and that is important. Reason being is that is if you're gonna be taking, say for example, if you want to take 4 trades in a day, you have to divide this 2% into 4.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
If you're gonna take 2 trades in a day, then you divide this 2% into 2.
Okay.
So what you're gonna have on a risk percentage is gonna be like, say for example, if you want to take 10 trades in a day, you divide this into 10. So it will be 2 divided by 10. It will be 0.2% for each trade. Okay. This calculation is very, very important, and I'll show you why. So say for example, your stop loss is gonna be 20 pips. Let's say for example, sometimes maybe your stop loss is 10 pips. Okay. And then the current GBP USD price, if we go to our chart, 1 second. Because your account is in pound, then it will ask you for the current GBP USD price. So what you want to do is you want to go and look for the current GBP USD price. You can see that even on your MetaTrader. Yeah. And that price for me over here is 1.2870. I don't know whether you are still seeing my screen or not.
I'm not seeing your screen because I've gone to the website Baby Pips instead.
All right.
Because I could hear. Yeah.
All right. So you. Sorry.
I just get the current price from there.
Exactly. You can get that on your MetaTrader platform. The thing is this, MetaTrader, it's not completely too good for me. I mean, I personally, because of this risk situation. Yeah. So I try to use the one that's called CTrader. You can use MetaTrader, but the thing about MetaTrader is you have to make sure that you get your lot size right. And this is what this calculator is going to do for you. Okay. So what you then end up with is you're going to do calculate. So what you will find there is this. It's going to tell you that the only amount that you can trade after you click calculate. Have you clicked calculate?
Yeah.
You have to.
But sorry, because I had not put the current GDP price in there. So let me just go back and do that.
Right. So
stop loss.
So what I've done here is this. I'm going to change it back to 2%. All right. So say account balance is £45. Yeah. I'm going to change my risk back to 2%. Okay.
Okay.
My stop loss is going to be 20 pips.
Okay.
The currency pair I want to trade is Euro US dollar. All right, and the current price for pound USD is 1.2870.
Okay.
Then I'll then click calculate.
Okay.
Go on, you want to ask a question?
Okay, so it's given me micro of 0.0058.
Right. What did he give you? Micro lot or standard lot?
Standard lot 0.0001. And then mini lot is 0.006.
All right. I think there's a mistake on our calculation. Yeah. Let's quickly go back again. Okay. What I'm saying is, what is your account balance?
What's my what?
Your account balance. What did you put in your account balance?
I put 45.
45. What did you put in your risk percentage?
I put 0.02%.
All right. So on your risk percentage, let's start with 2%. Let's assume you want to take one trade in a day, yeah?
Okay, so if I put a 2.
Yeah, so you just put 2, first of all.
Do I put 0.02 or I just put a 2?
All right. So if you're going to take one trade in a day, yeah? It means you want to risk, I'm just saying for example, okay?
Oh, okay, so it was my mistake. I put 0.02.
Yeah, so with that 0.02, that means you want to take 100 trades in a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you put 0.02, it means you want to take 100 trades in a day. If you put 0.2, it means you want to take 10 trades in a day.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you put just 2%, it means you want to take just one trade in a day.
Okay.
So whatever trade you want to take in a day, if it is 5, you have to divide that 2 by 5. If it is 4, you just divide your 2% by 4. Yeah. So if it is 4 trades you want to take in a day now, where it says risk percentage will be 0.5. But let's start with just one trade. Yeah. Then we can break it down and break it down. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So
So
with 2%, it's now giving me 0.57 micro lots.
0.5791 micro lots. All right. So if you look at where it says the result, it says amount at risk.
Okay, yeah.
What is that?
0.9.
All right.
0.9.
So that means that if you end up encountering a loss on this particular trade, yeah, and you use this position size on the it's gonna be the mini lot for MetaTrader.
Okay, mini lot for MetaTrader.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm not sure what IC Market does on their MetaTrader. I will find out, yeah. But I use IC Market as well, and I use them on CTrader. So with the CTrader, normally £45 would be too low for me to.
I'm using my IC Market now, because when I first started, I was using MetaTrader. I'm on their platform, but I'm actually using IC Market to trade.
Yeah, you are using IC Market. So what IC Market is to you is your broker. Okay, that's what But IC Market have different platform that you can trade with. You can trade with IC Market MetaTrader platform. Yeah. And you can trade with IC Market CTrader platform.
I'm using MetaTrader platform.
All right. So if you are using their MetaTrader platform, that means you're going to be using the mini lot size, which is going to be 0.0. It's not even going to be 0.05. I think it's going to be, you see the one that you can see on the standard lot, which says 0.0058.
Okay, yeah.
That is.
But the mini lot is saying 0.057.
Yeah. So that what that means is you already trading 50 pence per pip on the mini lot. You can use 0.05. No. If you use 0.05, that means per pip of your trade is 50 pence. what we want to get out of this is how much are we going to lose on this trade should in case it goes to loss. So when you look at your results, you see where it says amount at risk. Hello?
Yes.
So
okay. Yeah. Amount at risk is 0.9.
Right. So that means if this trade manages to go into a loss, you're not going to lose more than 90 pence of your £45 account.
Okay.
You understand where I'm coming from?
With the stop loss.
Yeah, with a stop loss of 20 pips.
Stop loss of 20. Okay.
So you're not going to look.
How do you calculate your?
Go on.
How do you calculate your 20 pips? Is it is it take profit one minus the stop loss?
No.
Is that what way you get the
So
pips?
the 20 pips, you're going to get it from the entry price minus stop loss.
Okay. All right.
The price that you're going to enter from minus stop loss is your take profit.
My pips.
Oh, sorry, it's your stop loss in pips.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Hold on a second. All right. Bear with me a second. I think I'll go. Hi everyone. Sorry, I don't have planned to leave you all out, but bear with me a second. I just 1 second, please. Live streaming. Probably some people will have question. Just bear with me a second. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm coming. Right. So this is it. Right, I'm gonna go over it again, but I think a couple of other people are in there now.
Okay. Or some people have joined.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll just be listening as.
So, just want to make sure I'm not missing any question in a minute. Right, I can see. Just bear with me a second, please. Okay. All right. Basically, guys, if you have any question whatsoever, you can just type it in the chat room. I should be able to see your question. Thank you for joining in anyway. Right, so like I was saying, Edna, on it is quite important for you to know how much you're going to be risking, and then how much, it's not just how much you're going to be risking, your stop loss, and then the amount that is going to be. So if it's going to be 90 pence, you know that that trade wouldn't lose more than 90 pence. And that is where you will find peace of mind in trading. Okay, so let's say for example now, yeah, let's say your account is £200, yeah, and then your risk percentage on one particular trade is 2%. Yeah, that means you are only going to be I'll explain to you how this works. Yeah, so if you're going to be using 2% on one trade, that means you can't take a next trade until that. All right. So what I'm saying in essence is this: if you're going to be using 2% risk percentage on a trade, okay, that means you cannot take a next trade. Yeah.
Because that's my 2%.
That is your full percent that you've used. But if you know that you want to take, say like 2 trades, then you divide this 2% into 2, which is going to be 1. Okay. On 1 trade. Yeah. Okay. And then let's assume that your account balance is £200. Okay. And in this case, you are risking 1% out of your 2%, which means you still have chance to be able to take a second trade. Okay. So if you do calculate, what you're going to end up having is now you can trade with your MetaTrader platform, because now you can see the standard lots gives you 0.0129.
Okay, yeah.
Can you see that? Did you do that calculation?
I'm just in the process of doing it.
All right. Please do, if you have time.
Are you on what percent? Sorry, on what amount did you use?
All right. So
200.
now I use 200.
1.2. Yeah, at 1%.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I've got 1.287.
All right. So that says micro lots. Yeah, but you have to use the value because you're using MetaTrader. Yeah. You have to use the value on the standard lots.
Oh, I see. So it's the standard lots that I need.
Exactly, because the MetaTrader is not configured to micro lots or mini lots. It's only configured to standard lots.
To standard lots.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay, thank you for that.
No problems. So now you can, and the problem with MetaTrader is this now, yeah? You'll only be able to put 0.01. You won't be able to use the 29 at the end.
Okay.
And that is not too, yeah. And for me, that is not too good for me, because on CTrader, I will be able to use all this position of 1,287. You see where it says position size in units, yeah?
Yes.
It says 1,287. Exactly. So when you convert that into a standard lot, it means to divide this by 1,000. That's how they managed to arrive to 0.0129. They managed to approximate it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So because each trading platform is different, that's why this platform was able to break it down to some trading platform that can use position size in units, which is 1,287. Yeah. Some trading platform that will be able to use just the standard lots alone, which is the MetaTrader, which is 0.0129. Okay. So on MetaTrader now, you will only be able to do 0.01. Okay. Which means it's as cut shorts. Sorry?
I say it limits you.
Exactly. Now you are saying that, because if this trade went to profit for you now, yeah, you will miss out on the little parts that you're supposed to take and enjoy out of that profit by having this tool.
Okay.
You understand? Which means your full 1%, which means your full 1% size is not what you are getting. But the most important thing, again, is the amount at risk, which means if you go into that trade, you're not going to lose more than £2. You see the amount at risk. Yeah. So, you know, when it comes to trading, Edna, it is very important that the only thing that you can control in the business is how much you can afford to lose.
Okay.
So the moment you don't get that right, that means you can never get trading right. It's not difficult. It's just about getting what you can only control. You should be able to put on a trade and go to sleep. All right, so with this system now, we should be able to put on even 10 trades and we will still be confident that we're not going to lose more than £4 on this £200 account. Remember what I told you, that yeah, on a £200 account, you shouldn't lose more than £4, right?
Yeah.
So if you risk 1%, can you see the amount at risk, which is £2? Which means you still have another £2 that you can play with.
Okay.
All right. So look at this now. Yeah. Say for example, sorry. Say that again.
2% risk. It gave me £4 pounds. So £4 that I can risk. Amount at risk, £4.
And that means that's only one trade. You can't take any other trade.
Yeah, that's for one trade.
You can't take any other trade until that trade closes or until that trade reach break even, and then you move your stop loss to break even, which means you can't lose anymore on that trade.
Okay.
I will re-explain.
So like if one...
Go on.
Okay. No, I just wanted to find out. You know, like, because what I normally do is like, you know, I always just do one trade, which is take profit to one, for instance.
Right.
Can I do like can I put in two, like a take profit 2, profit 3, take profit 4 as new orders as well?
All right. So if you want to do take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, and take profit 4, that means you have 4 trades on. Yeah, that means
so I can then divide my risk
divided by 4.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
So the split. Okay, now I understand it. So like whatever I split the £4 on those trades.
Exactly.
Yeah. I understand, because I was only taking one trade all the time.
All right.
Like I was only doing trade and then it finished, rather than like spreading my risk over 4 trades.
Right. Exactly.
At maybe 1%. Yeah.
Exactly. And that is
4 trades.
Go on.
So it's 4 trades, for instance, at 2%, it would be like maybe 0.05, isn't it?
Exactly.
Okay, thank you for that.
No problems. So you can see that although it is simple, it's not that complicated, but if you don't know how to deal with it, then it will become so frustrating.
Yes, and you get a lot of money doing it.
Exactly. So you end up losing quite a lot of money trying to learn how to trade, but the only thing that you are not getting right is just the position size. So when it comes to taking 4 trades, and one thing that you're gonna now realize is this: once you can get hands-on of this, say for example you practice this the first day, the second day, the third day, or say for a whole week, yeah, you will see the difference in your account. Do you know the kind of difference you're gonna see in your account? You just realize that most probably your account has gotten to £250 within a week. All right, so you seeing that 250? Sorry?
I really appreciate your advice.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So you seeing that little bit of £250, you will feel good inside yourself that at least you can see the profit.
Something right.
Exactly. And now we can now see a much more better way to improve on that profit by the time we do the second week.
Yes.
You understand? But if we don't get this right for the first week, then it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to even be able to cover your subscription. Because I'm very sure if you get this right the first week and you see £50 profit in that first week, say for example, sometimes it can be more, sometimes you can even see £100 profit, depends on how many trades you took that goes positive.
Yeah. This week I'll probably try and I'm planning to take 4 trades, but to reduce my percentage in terms of my risk, I'll divide them by 4, all 4 of them.
Exactly. It's very, very important.
Minimize my risk.
Exactly. It is very, very important. You cannot do it another way around. Doing it another way around, this is the only right way to do it. Okay? Once you do it the other way around, you will get the other way results.
That's true.
Yeah, and that's the reason why your results hasn't been consistent. And the problem is to actually get someone to be able to sit you down and explain this to you in a very simple, easy details. It's difficult because it's not everybody that knows or understand how to deal with it in a way whereby it's going to be clear like this. Sometimes clarity.
This is a very, very clear way of explaining actually, because even sometimes when you go to reading, even as much as you read, sometimes you just need someone that can explain, people that have been there for a long time, that have done it for a long time, to explain to you step by step, which you've done, and I appreciate that, because I think I understand more now.
I'm glad.
I can see where where I made mistakes.
No problems.
Taking risks that I was not taking, higher risks.
Exactly.
Than I was supposed to.
Exactly.
So yeah, thank you so much for that.
Yeah. No problems, Edna.
Okay, so like with the current GBP, if I want to put in the current GBP price, I can just go onto the internet and just get the current GBP price, isn't it?
Yeah,
from there.
All you want to do is just look on your MetaTrader platform and see what price is GBP USD saying, because where it says currency pair, you have all the different currency pair there. You have Euro USD, Pound USD, USD, CHF. You can change. Say for example, some trade comes in and it's a different currency. You can change over here to whichever one you want to do. Maybe the trade is about Pound USD, or the trade is about USD Canadian, or the trade is about USD JPY. So you can literally change. Yeah, then when he asks you for the current price of Pound USD, you just look for it and then use that.
Okay, so like here on this baby pigs, the current GBP stroke USD ask price, it will just stay the same?
No, it wouldn't stay the same because the market is moving all the time. So you have to go and look at it. What is the current one?
Does it have to be GBP stroke USD ask price all the time?
All right, so it will. I understand what you're talking about. So over here, it can ask you for another price as well. Yeah, say for example, let's look at if you are trading US dollar Japanese yen. Yeah, it will ask you for the current price of GBP Japanese yen. That's actually a good question. Yeah, so you have to go and look at the current price of GBP Japanese yen.
Okay, I get it. Okay, yes. Now it makes more sense.
Okay.
It makes more sense, yeah.
No problems.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And, I hope I'll have a better week this week.
Yeah, definitely. I hope you learn something, and then I hope it's gonna be very useful and make you become more profitable. If you need any assistance, you know where I am. Yeah, I'll try my best to see how best I can always help. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Because I've asked people for help. I feel that like you were very clear in terms of like explaining to me.
No problem.
I know exactly what I need to do this week. So I really appreciate it, and have a very, very good week, and God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, then, Edna. I'll speak to you soon. Yeah, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Right. So I guess that is the end of the show. Let me end it. Wow, I got some more people here. Guys, I'm sorry I can't hear a question or anything, but let me quickly see if anyone has. Right. Okay. If you can hear me, yeah, I know I've got about 5 different people here. I don't know who is who for now, but notwithstanding, if you can hear me and you feel like as if there's a question you need to ask, there's a chat room which I'm going to leave open for about the next 5 minutes before I close it. You can send in your question there. I've literally managed to explain about risk management for the person that make the request. So obviously, I wanted to pull down the link. But if you think there's a question you need to, let's see. Hey, Yogi, how are you? Yeah, no, I've not been about. I've just literally how it's been going. Just let me know. Wait me a second. Let me check. I'm good. Yeah, I'm well. Thank you. Yeah, if there's anything you'd like me to help you with, kindly just put in the question. I'll quickly run through it for you, and then yeah, we can learn something together. All right. I want to talk about, let me see. Euro USD. Cancelero. Yogi rather, sorry. I want to talk about Euro USD. If you on. Let me know. Have you got any? Well, which one are you interested in? All right, so what I'll do is let's look at probably 2 or 3 pairs, and we can do that very quickly. I think I'm looking at Euro USD, yeah, and this is my chart. I know it's a little bit congested, but literally this is what I'm seeing on Euro USD on the monthly chart, for example. We've been in a downtrend and then we consolidated over here. We tried to move up, all right? But the good thing about this chart that's putting Euro under severe threat of a downside risk, I'm going to take this off quickly, is when you look at after this consolidation, right, price tends to resume back up, okay? So we move up, then we find a little bit of retracement, and then we hit the 200 EMA before we start coming down. But when you look at the move up, yeah, we retrace down there, okay? And then we move up again before we start to come down. At this particular point right here, yeah, this particular structural point that I will refer to, it's key, which is the price over there is going to be 1553. The moment we are below 1553, we are not looking like a positive buyer in the Euro USD. Until we trade back above that, that's when we might be looking to be a buyer on Euro USD. But the issue that we are having currently is now we are looking seriously like a seller, all right? And then what we then see is we've seen last month of consolidation. So the euro has been consolidating. It's not been going anywhere. It's literally not been doing anything. It's not just a good pair to literally be expecting a huge significant move on, just because we've been consolidating on monthly. So we're not going to be seeing so much of any significant move on euro until we break out of this consolidation zone. Let's look at it. What is that consolidations zone? So this I just horizontal line that I put on the chart to let me know my levels and manage it properly. So this month we've managed to hit that area again, and that's where we find rejection, and that's where price starts to move back down. But where are we going? We need to literally break this zone here to continue to be a seller. If not, euro will just be bouncing up and down without giving us any significant move. The reason is this: we've missed, yeah, if you've not started to sell euro from this area, you've missed the big move. Yeah, the next big move is you're going to be looking for euro to actually come down to about another 40 pips more. Yeah, and when it does come down that 40 pips more, what you're gonna realize, or 40 pips more, is gonna hit a particular trend line here on a weekly. Give me a second. Let's look at it realistically. All right. So we come, yeah, for about another 30 pips, 20, 30 pips more. If we literally push down, we're gonna hit that particular area there. And when we hit that area, we expect a bounce, yeah, a slight bounce. That bounce doesn't mean that we start seeing buyers coming in, but with that bounce, we can expect. Let me see what I can actually saying. All right, so it's literally very negative for euro at the moment because we started to have the red icon Nashi, but because we're in a consolidation period, 1 minute, as you can see, when we start to have that red icon Nashi, then it's followed by a couple of greens, then the red again. We don't know if it's going to be followed by a couple of greens, but until we break this zone here, until we trade below this area, yeah, and my numbers that I'm looking at, I'll give you. Those are my crucial zone in euro. So what I want to see, I'll show you how I'm going to be approaching this. Is I want price to literally break this place, either a 30 minutes candle to close below it, yeah. And when that 30 minutes candle close below it, I don't expect price to reverse back and start to go back inside. If I see price reverse and start to go back inside, yeah, my numbers are areas of 113.40 region. That's the place where I'm going to be looking at euro or watching euro critically. So I want to see price break that 113.40 region all the way down. Then I'll continue to be a seller, but because we are in a consolidation mode, I can expect price to hit this particular trend line and start to bounce back up. I will, 1 second. Let me look for daily charts. All right, so you can see the pressure keeps coming down and it keeps coming down back to that area there. Okay, we bounce off a little bit of this area, 113.53. We are looking for 113.43 area for price to close below it, yeah, negatively, and for continuation to follow. Without that continuation, it doesn't make sense to start selling euro immediately because you can encounter a significant bounce. Okay, so what I'll be looking for is area of 113.42 area for price to close 30 minutes candle underneath it. Yeah, the first time. The second time, I don't expect price to be able to trade back into that area. Price can break it and go back to retest it. I like price to do something like this to kind of break this area, yeah, say on a 30 minutes level and retreat. Okay, if I see price going back inside there and another 30 minutes candle see close strongly inside, then that's when I will buy euro to go for that up move. Hold on, my chart is behaving. Oh, come on. Oh, just waiting for the chart. Have you got? All right, I'm gonna look at it. All right, so on the dollar Swiss, whatever the euro is doing, the dollar Swiss is gonna be doing the opposite. So if euro is going down, yeah, and it has secured its direction to go down, the dollar Swiss is gonna be going up. So my risk over here is I want to get my risk, my stop to be above 510 pips above 1343 if we break 1343 area. Yeah, that's my risk on euro. So I want to see us break down below it, and then I want to pull my risk anything above here. But the moment we start to trade back into it, then I'll be buying the euro US dollar. But if we trade down and then obviously we cannot close back inside this particular range, then I'll remain a seller. So I'll quickly look into the dollar Swiss, which is going to be doing the opposite of euro dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar CAD. All right, so this is my dollar Swiss chart. And if we quickly look at monthly, done. Got so many things going on, so it's kind of slow to respond. You're welcome. Right, hold on a second. It's just taking its time to come up. All the programs are slowing down my PC. Well, yeah. Let's see whether we're gonna get something up. I know you love your dollar Swiss anyway. I don't know why, but you are just someone who like dollar Swiss, and I would like to drop in my 2 cents on that. So, okay, I think I can do that on MetaTrader. Let's see. Okay, let's look at dollar Swiss there. Come on. Chart window, Swiss, monthly. All right, so this is a monthly chart of dollar Swiss. The one thing I can see here is, first of all, look for the areas of highs, higher, all right, the current one, and then look for the areas of lows, okay? I like to trade with price action. Yeah, I understand how the indicators work and everything. I use them sometimes, but I like to see my verification with price action. Really and truly, if you look at this, if this price is really gonna move, yeah, and it's gonna move quite a lot of pips, then you realize that it's when it gets to this area and whatever reaction that it makes at this area, then you can see about probably the possibility of a 1,000 pips move. Okay, all right, so if you are looking for a possibility of a 1,000 pip moves, this is where you can get it, around this area to this area. Sometimes price will end up breaking above here and start to go up. Then when it goes up, you know that you'll be looking at somewhere around there, which is about 1,385 pips. But yeah, maybe you're only looking for 100 pips. Okay, so how do we approach that? If you're looking for a lesser pip, well, what I would tend to do is I can put a little bit of a strategy in. 1 second. And I'll just show you what the strategy is going to be telling me or is doing. All right, so this is still the same monthly chart, yeah? And obviously when price goes above this, it comes back to this area of EMA to test and bounce back up. All right, so what is most important, like I've said, is you don't really want to act or take any serious trade until all this your reference point at the top over here, which is 103.48 area, is breached. Okay, right now we are at a zone whereby, look, we've got those multiple touches and we can have a temporary reverse. That's a temporary reverse. Let me see. Trend line properties. But the thing is, I don't like this area. Let me delete it. I do not like this area of temporary reverse as much as I like this top bit. So look at this area. So with the 353, we've got another almost 100 pips to get there. Okay, right. So if we look at weekly, we'll see if we can actually attain that 100 pips. All right. So what do we have here? We have some areas of serious reversal. Price gets there, bounce back. Price gets there, bounce back. Price gets there, bounce back. Right, price goes there, bounce back down. Now price is going back there. Okay, and there are a couple of bounces over there too. So price can get here. We are anticipating for price to literally be able to break and go back to this area, yeah, because of this bullish view. But we won't be able to do anything until we actually see that price is breaking this little barrier that we have here for this continuation. So when market opens, this is what I'll be doing. If I want to buy the Swiss, I will be looking for price. 1 second. I'll be looking for price to continue to resume, yeah. But you can see in this area you have congestion. In this area you have congestion, which are more or less like another resistance. We are currently at another resistance now. So we'll be having serious problem trying to go up. The good thing that we have though is we've broken this particular trend line, yeah. So price can go up, but when it gets here, it can bounce a little bit or take its time before it can literally push up here. So do you want to find yourself in those stress? What you will be seeing is you have how many pips gain? If you are lucky, 43 pips gain, and then price will do something funny a little bit, then it will go up again to 93 pips gain. So that is the way that I'm looking at it currently, that okay, on dollar Swiss, price has broken this particular trend line. It looks like it's going up. We're going to encounter a little bit of issue. Depends on the way that we open today. If we open positively or open with a gap, and it shows that there's continuous strength in the dollar Swiss, we'll be watching the euro closely to see whether the euro is depreciating in value or losing or literally selling off. Then we can use these two prices to guide one another and know precisely when things are going to turn. So if euro continues to push down, we expect the dollar Swiss to continue to push up. So if the euro reverse, we expect the dollar Swiss to reverse. If the dollar Swiss reverse first at this point, now today, yeah, and we start seeing sell off, we expect euro to open much more higher, and then continues to move a little bit up. But overall, the trend on euro is down, and overall the trend on dollar Swiss is up. So you are better off being a buyer, yeah, say like 80% out of the time on dollar Swiss, but just that it's not in a good zone for you to say that you just want to jump in. You have to watch a couple of prices that's developing in the euro for you to see how best you're going to be playing the dollar Swiss area. Okay, I hope I'm able to touch on that for you on dollar Swiss. Let me check if I have any other question. Okay, no question for now. I'm gonna be logging off. I think I'm gonna make another session towards much later on. I really want to start a trading class and help people who want to build a small account, and we gradually build a small account and all the way up gradually so that people can learn how to do that successfully. I hope to see you in my upcoming class. Thank you so much for your time. And then yeah, you're gonna get my link on the room soon on my live trading room. Thank you. Bye. So all right. So let's see. All right, so let's see. So if you look at my mouse, I believe this is what you're talking about, this toolbar here. But there's a little arrow here, which you would have touched, okay? And that will take it off. Then you need to click that arrow back. I hope this video helps. Thank you. If you need more help, yeah, don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks, bye.